accept. Yeah, take it as a yes, Doc.
You can take it as yes.
Oh, that's
Or no. That reflection.
for some reason the adventure meme one stopped working for me, but that's okay.
I can hear
As long as someone can. All right.
it.
As you had endeavored to work out the kinks in your guys' groups, after some time, you managed to discover what everything was in that, let's call it temple. A few of you figured out what was enshrined in there, and a few others had discovered a few new secrets. One of you found what's known as a breaking stone that is able to bind and wield magic within your own spirit, becoming one with it, ultimately changing a class 1 level spell into a cantrip. Others of you found a mountain of gold, which was distributed afterwards, while others in turn had performed last rites for the dying.
It was me.
As you had set forth into this little discovery, you do have a week before you actually have to take on a legitimate mission. However, as that week turned forwards time and again, your group managed to go shopping for the most part. Half of you split, half of you decided to wind up being in the same place, and ultimately, most of you wound up here. It's a shop outside of town due to the fact that magic is regulated in town, so this is really the only place you could find one, but it is safe enough. With any luck, you won't find an encounter waiting for you when you get back. One of you is currently shopping for supplies, but that shouldn't be much of an issue. As you finish shopping, you do come up with most of what you acquire, or at least seek out to acquire. There doesn't seem to be much. Yeah, everything seems to be fine. The ones known as the Willow Sisters look at you and simply, the middle one states, thank you for your patronage. If there's anything else, please let us know. You've been here for about 2 hours, window shopping. Probably a little bit more time, knowing you. Yeah. However,
But we're all done shopping.
it appears to be the case. To keep it simple, after Nesbin finishes his own shopping, he winds up here.
Good to see you, my friend. We have also just finished. Should we head back to town?
Would I have sold that stuff, by the way, by now?
Yeah, at this point.
Okay.
During the week, you had the option, and you still do, of encountering a few missions. I will state a few of them, or you can simply decide to pass the week away. Option 1 is the Lair of the Apprentice. Option 2,
we had a big talk about this last time, didn't we?
Tower of the Queen. Option 3, Sorcerer's Tower. Option 4, The Defiled Temple. Option 5, Dungeon Within a Dungeon. Option 6, Monster Zoo. Option 7, Palace of the Silver Princess. Option 8, Jester's Tomb. And I believe I gave you a secret one once one of you figured out what the 3 papers meant on the desk.
Yeah,
Dragon's Horde.
The Dragon's Horde.
Dragons are pretty cool, guys. I wish I could remember what we decided on.
Would it be possible in that week get this deck of cards that I found checked out?
Yeah, not an issue. You acquired the cards, and with Section 9's help, managed to locate where they belong. Or at least, what they do. Where exactly did you find them?
Think it was in the same place I found the jewelry, which was the manor area that we confronted.
Once I have 100 GP Pearl, which I did buy, I can cast the Identify spell as a ritual. So in 10 minutes, I can figure out exactly what that does.
I mean, it's fine. It's not really an issue. If you found them within the manor... Let's see...
Yeah, because I found a deck and so did Dropkick.
Mm-hmm. After you identify
Yeah.
After you identify the cards, you can tell that they seem to be interesting. Not as powerful as you might have gathered, but something nonetheless intriguing. You have found the Deck of Many Minor Things.
It's like Deck of Things, but less. You draw a card, thing happens. Not like
I
so
would
crazy.
have gone to identify it with Section 9. Unless you specifically said that to me. But you'd have to know I was identifying it in the first place.
Which you probably wouldn't have told me. Okay.
But
My
yeah,
dick
of course,
was for
I
nothing.
never
Fine.
told you. Yeah, that's right. I never told you what it was.
Yeah.
Would they know specifically what the Deck of Many Minor Things does, or?
The Deck of Many Minor Things has a interesting way of working. As you draw through the cards, you can tell that there are some minor attributed things. A regular sword, a regular ration, rope. However, encountering it further, you are able to tell that something about it is off. Some of the minor things are a magical scroll of fire breathing, a magical scroll of healing. While they are minor things, they are helpful things, but they are random.
Right. Okay. Along with that, I would show the family crest that I found as well, and inquire about it.
Ramon then simply states, where exactly did you find it?
In the fucking manor that we confronted the leader.
That is rather interesting. Let's see. Well, from what I can tell, this is part of the... No, that can't be right. From estimates, it is part of the Rose family. Although what it's doing there, I am not quite sure.
The Rose family?
Yes.
Care to elaborate who the Rose family is?
Sure, you probably forgot. Ramon simply states, and to make this simpler, because you do have information on this, the Rose family is a nobilic family from the west, that relatively recently, 10 years ago, came into the Forbidden Zone and acquired acquired merchant rights in the area. Not only that, but they also deal with various secretive things. That's information you already know. They are nobility, so they do have some sway and hearsay within the country, but they are foreign nobility. So, if things happen, things happen. They took the laws into their own hands, and, well, as the laws are written in and for humans, they generally take this to their advantage, often hiring slave labor, taking in slaves themselves. You remember that the first mission that your team had decided to take on was finding Alice for this family. They are not great people.
Right. Great. Oof. I don't know what to do with all this information. Fuck. Because, I remember I found papers that I gave to the investigators, and it talked about fucking not talking about a specific thing. Fuck, I didn't write that down in my notes. God damn it.
Well, to be more specific, you know that they're not great people, but they often show diplomatic, I wouldn't say kindness, but an air of kindness towards someone that doesn't know who they are.
Okay. I think that would be all I would do in that week.
Mm-hmm. I am currently reading the conversation that's going on. Alright. I'm just gonna stop reading it. It seems like you're it's in between each other. As you press on, you still have the missions you can take, or you can just say, forget it.
Dragon.
Loot.
If you do decide to take on a mission, the max groupings will have to be 3.
And is this just like you roll to see how terribly we do?
We can do that. We don't have to play them through.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna group them, that seems we should stay together and play as a group. Like if we're doing side things, they should do side things.
I could do that whole diplomatic thing during my week and have that just roll. So I can go ahead and have my character go with you for the Dragon Horde.
Well, no, you'd be doing it at the same time that we'd be doing it.
Okay.
Pretty sure that most what I would be doing is sticking with Nesmond, so...
Yeah, and I would be sticking with my lady. Because she's finally here.
Sometimes I like to sleep.
Then you should plan better, my friends.
I meant in character.
Alright, well, if nobody wants to do a mission with Spyroth, I don't think he's going to go off on his own. He'll probably just try and help make his plate mail armor. That's what he's into. If nobody wants to do an adventure.
Alright. Option 1. I'm just gonna list the options again, and then if someone takes
they're
it...
posted in the chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not going through all that. Option,
Lair the Apprentice.
option
Tower
1.
of-
Lair the Apprentice. Who is
Yes,
going?
yes.
And just checking, we cannot go all on the same one, right?
You can't take on each mission, but you can at least take on 2.
Which is the Alchemist one? Because that's all Nesmond will do for the last half of the week.
The Alchemist one is later on.
Oh, okay. And then Nesmond's taken a week off, essentially.
I mean, you can do that. It's not an issue. But I'm just going to go through each based off the list. Option 1, Lair of the Apprentice. Anyone. Option 2, Tower of the Queen.
Is that the diplomatic one?
That is one you don't know about. From what you can tell...
Told us last time either the Silver Princess or the Tower of the Queen is a diplomatic mission.
That's what you inferred.
Okay.
By the way, Earl, you're choosing for the both of us.
Tower of the Queen is in the Miasmic Forest, a fog density that causes people to hallucinate. Within this zone is this tower. Not many have been able to get here, but this is a place of nobility. based off of its structure and its key features, you believe that making contact with this person is beneficial to your team, which is why you thought it was diplomatic.
I'm going to that one.
Okay.
Alright,
So am I.
roll me some persuasion.
That's for you.
I know.
That is 25.
Nice!
Okay. I am helping her, right? So she had advantage.
It's still
the first one
25.
anyways.
As you delved into the tower, after getting some help from Nesmin and some breathers, you were able to bypass the fog system. Entering into the Tower of the Queen, you are able to tell that this person seems strange, seems different, but at the same time seems peaceful. Over the conversation, you do acquire a few new things. You get a potion of fog. Oh wait, sorry. A vial with fog within. A scroll with a strange incantation guided through it. And a seal of approval from the Tower Queen. If you decide to enter back into the zone, she will allow safe passageway without your breather.
Woohoo.
I'm gonna just hold on to that stuff.
It's fine. To reiterate, a scroll with a incantation, a seal of approval, and it was 25, right?
Yeah, I got a vial of fog.
Yeah. Alright, just making sure. Sorcerer's Tower. Okay,
A quick question: how long did that venture of mine take?
2 days.
Okay.
That's why I said you can do 2. The Defiled Temple.
That
screw
sounds
it,
like. That sounds
I'll try
like-
the Defied Temple, even though I'm bad at religion. I'm a cleric. I'll give it a whirl.
So, we have more time, right? So I'm gonna chimney on this one as well.
Okay, both of you roll me religion.
Just shot myself in the foot.
Well, then you should have given somebody now.
Both of you are assisting each other. So, go ahead and roll me another religion.
Can I keep the 22?
You already rolled with advantage, so you kept it. As you entered into the defiled temple, you found a strange artifact inscribed within. Well, one of you did. As you let your lady speak with the Fog Queen, you had delved into this strange, almost dark temple. It seems new, it seems sporadic. At least the new decorum does. Venturing forth, you do find a strange artifact known as the Skull of Rune.
Skull of Rune?
Rune.
Byroth is like banging his head on the ceiling and stuff.
It is a red crimson skull. You're not exactly sure what it does, but taking it within your grasp, you do feel that the temple has been cleansed. After killing 15 cultists, you managed to not take one alive. It was better this way, as they were sporadic and in a frenzy. You're not sure why, but you believe this skull had something to do with it. Based off of your roll, so it was fighting, so you got to enjoy some fighting.
Yeah.
And you found some more swords.
Yeah, so Byroth, enjoy that.
Oh yeah, I want to collect up any metal objects they have.
You
Try
find a ritualistic dagger, a strange rope-like structure. It's clothing, but it seems metallic for some reason. You will investigate later on, but you rolled a 10, so you don't know now.
Yeah, later on in the week, I imagine I will have identified both of those things.
And like 5 more
Yes, I have-
daggers.
Sweet.
Sigvald, you can tell that this, I'm just going to call it a simple name, Ruby Skull seems to be possessed of something. I suggest you don't put it in a pedestal of any religious place.
Okay.
Can
Yeah,
cast
I know a
identify-
thing about possession anyway. So.
Sigvald, could perhaps I identify this?
Yeah, sure. You can look at it, but I would advise you not to touch it. As it's. I sense there is something within.
Well, actually, no. To identify it, I actually have to touch it. You think it's that bad?
I'll keep a hold of it if you don't mind.
I mean,
So,
you're
but
touching
you-
it. I literally just have to like poke it.
Yeah, sure. You can poke it while I hold it. So
Okay, we
don't
can
do
just-
anything strange, like.
10 minutes later.
10 minutes later, Byroth, do you have any demonic blood?
No, I am purebred Fearball.
Okay, 10 minutes later, you identify what this is. This seems to have a strange thing inside of it. It is known as an old one. However, you don't say this. You don't remember what just happened. But you do feel a little happier.
I think it's a good scout. I don't know why. What were we talking about?
Does it still feel like there is something inside?
Yes, but less of it?
My friend, you just got possessed. Good job.
I thought you said it wasn't that bad.
I literally told you not to touch it.
I said poke, and then you said okay.
2 days later, you return to Section 9,
Yeah. I'm a tiefling, so I have demonic blood.
which is why I allowed you to grab it. Dungeon,
Yeah.
dungeon within a dungeon.
The next day, I'd like to prepare remove curse and cast it upon myself. See if that does anything.
You do so, and luckily enough, it does.
Okay. And then the next day, I switch back to dispel magic.
Dungeon within a dungeon.
I have the Skull of Rune. Do not touch.
Yes, we learned that lesson.
No one? Okay.
I want to do the dungeon within a dungeon.
Okay. Go
What
ahead
do I
and
do?
roll me some investigation.
Okay. Investigation coming up.
Oh, I won't it with her. Can we help each other?
Again, you can take two, so if you decide to go with each
Yeah,
other...
This is the end of it.
Okay.
Wow. Also real bad at. Why do I choose intelligence-based things? What?
Yeah, why didn't I go on this one? Damn it.
I don't know. But you've already chosen your two.
Yep.
12, 10. Diving into this strange location, you went with an exploration team of Section 9's manpower. However, you managed to get snared in traps, get into a cage at one point, and 10 minutes later, your team found you. All you two managed to collect was 15 gold pieces and a little bit of shame.
Oh. Epic fail.
Okay, so you can have all that gold. I feel bad about getting caught in the cage. It was very cramped because.
Oh my gosh.
However, the area is now safely secured. So if you decide to ever go back, it'll be fully cleared.
Wait, what about the rest of our team that came to rescue us? Anybody who hasn't been on a mission, huh? Want to be part of that team and make an investigation?
Next up, Monster
Alright.
Zoo. Okay. Palace of the Silver Princess.
I'm going.
Alright. This is not diplomatic.
Fuck.
Go ahead and roll me Arcana.
Can I go on this one too?
Yeah, this will be your second one though.
Okay. You said Arcana?
Arcana with advantage as you are helping each other out. 16, 19.
Nope.
Nice.
Better than all these other investigation checks I've seen today.
As you delved into the Palace of the Silver Princess, it's strange, sporadic, and you... Well, you find a strange altar into another dimension known as the Nine Hells. It is something crawling out many things, various things of dark proportions. They seem to be oozing out as the flesh on their bones begin to gush out. You all begin to run. You two and three others of Section 9 begin to bolt out of the area, but slowly and surely you are engulfed by these people. But luckily enough, one of the people with you was a paladin, so they turn undead. And after that, use branding smite to decapitate the entire horde. After that occurs, however, you manage to find a few things and come to the conclusion that this place, like everything else, is not as what it seems. Luckily enough, you did have Section 9 standard ghostbusting gear, and that took effect with this. You managed to find what appears to be 300 gold in total, a strange silver scepter, and a strange, almost silver-like crown. So 300 gold, a silver scepter, a gold scepter, and a silver crown.
Hey, Rialto,
Hmm.
do you want any of this stuff?
What is the scepter? Can I actually use it?
When they get back to wherever we're meeting up, I let them know that I can cast Identify.
This scepter would technically be considered a stick or similar to shillelagh, but it is metal, and as you are...
Oh yeah, no, I can't even use it.
Yeah.
Druids cannot wear metal armor. They
Nope.
can use metal weapons though.
But I'm
Ah,
obsessed
yeah.
with metal weapons, so I would definitely ask to identify that, even if it didn't
Wait.
ask me if I recall.
Because druids start with a scimitar.
I guess let's identify it and then find out if we can even use it for anything, and then I'll just. I don't know.
Alright.
All right. I hear that. I hear that Barth guy's been flipping his cool. About
He doesn't
his
even
identify
know
spell.
about this stuff.
As you
am very loud.
as you get
identifying things all day.
as you
No,
get
I'm
Section
curious about the
9,
crown.
as you get Section 9 to identify these things, you find out that the scepter is a strange oddity. It is known as a Wand of Fireball, just in scepter form.
What's
Can
the
we-
crown?
The crown... let's see. You wouldn't have this connection, but the crown seems to be in possession of something. Luckily enough, Section 1 is a little more careful. Housing it in and then trapping it within a secure area. They identified the thing. It is known as a... Oh, that's strange. After the identification has been cast, no real information is given to you. It's as if they forgot what it was, but the person that identified it seemed to be smiling. Well,
I think maybe I've seen this before.
And I'm,
No,
I'm,
you
a,
did it,
I'm a tiefling, so does that help at all, or no?
As you grab it, you feel that the strange sensation you first held on to it seems to have diminished a bit. With some guidance of your friend that has been possessed before, or at least asking
Especially
him.
because I'm obsessed with magic items and stuff. I'd be probably hanging around that division.
You get the person removed cursed, and he is fine with himself. However, they begin to construct something that is able to identify without actually touching the thing. So you now have research underway, which is good.
Don't feel bad. It happens to the best of us.
The person states, yeah, definitely need to make the extension process. That way we can at least identify things without getting possessed next time.
Or maybe like some gloves, the anti-possession gloves, like rubber. I don't.
Alright, next
I don't
option.
think rubber stops that.
Jester's Tomb.
Who
Because-
hasn't done 2 already?
Rex and Zaya, there are 2 left, and you can do 2 things.
The
Desmond's
silvers.
taking a week off.
Oh, Niceman is taking a dirt nap.
Taking a day off week off as well. So
The silver scepter, if you want that, you can tap that.
Gold,
I
by
don't.
the way.
I wouldn't request it. You can use it.
No one wants Wand of Fireball.
Bro, I'm blind.
Don't give the blind person who has only 25 feet of sight of a wand that can blast herself to
the
Kingdom
blind
Come.
person that has 25 feet of sight, that makes much sense.
Yeah, I can't see.
All right.
Do you have to be able to cast spells to use wands?
Normally, no. However, this one seems weird. It is metallic. You
Am
feel
I
like
able to use it?
you feel like you should still be able to use it, as it is a wand, not necessarily a weapon. But it is
Okay,
weird
I'll
that
keep
it's
it.
metal.
I'll keep it.
All right.
Druids can't use metal weapons.
Not a weapon.
Technically, it's a item that has a spell ensnared within.
The only thing
Go.
you cannot use is
It was a fire.
Similar to a pearl
Well,
power. But anyways,
Do you want this scepter?
Who?
I don't know.
No one will take. Pyros will take.
I think Sigfold just doesn't like me allowing you to use metal.
No, I am.
They can't use metal armor, but they can use metal weapons. That's what he even wrote. So
He's been saying it like
I'm literally saying that she can use metal weapons, Dogma.
Oh, okay.
Can sounds a lot like can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will keep it. And it was fire, right? What did it do? I'm sorry.
Fireball.
Fireball.
cast fireball.
Thank you.
Yay.
All right.
We have all the fireball.
Last one. The Dragon's Horde.
Everybody's out.
Because those that took a week of vacation.
The 5 members outside of your own party that set out never returned.
Probably for the best, though. Maybe at higher level.
At the end of the week, you all managed to get back into the shop after trading, after extensive use, and after identifying a few objects. Boy, you guys had some strange adventures off screen that you can talk about later on.
One last thing. I want to identify that weird metallic rope I found.
The what now?
One of the first things we did, found a metallic rope and like 6 daggers.
Oh yeah, the metal rope. Oh, I'm surprised you remembered. Identifying the object, you do find that it's weird. It's not rope, more as if it's a weapon. You find something known as the well, I wrote it as something stupid, known as the snake javelin.
Mm-hmm. Would it be considered a simple weapon?
It would.
Ooh.
The snake javelin is able to turn into a 50-foot rope or to the extent of a standard javelin.
Heck yes, I equipped that. So you called it a snake javelin?
Yes.
And remind me of javelin stats.
1d6.
Cool. And like 30
Sure.
meter range.
30 to
I
1.
probably won't throw it though. It's magic.
Alright. As the week progressed, and you all dive back into things, you meet back up in Section 9.
That's a mace, bro.
I'm a little disappointed you guys didn't want to actually play those out, but that's fine.
Well, it's too much compartmentalized role playing.
That's true.
And we'd be split for like 100% of it.
Like that took 40 minutes. Imagine if we played it out.
That's true.
Oh yeah, by the way, Doc.
Mhm.
I'm keeping that crown.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's shiny, I think.
I am.
Yeah.
And Dogma, I am attuning to that skull.
Are you sure?
Yes. It didn't try to possess me yet, so what could ever go wrong?
My friend, perhaps you would like to have someone on standby. I don't know, remove cars.
Yeah, sure. I'll do it on the day that he removed the curse of himself before I do this. Because
All right, so okay, hang on. It's a 3rd level spell. Let me make sure I have at least one more on that particular day.
usually
I would
yeah.
have one more. I would have
Yeah.
on that particular day. I would have one.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Okay.
As you dive into this exploratory, let's call it experiment, one of you decides to make
Didn't
a
set any ground rules. Shit.
peace mission, all on their own.
I guess I'm in the room with him. He said you want someone there. I would probably told the paladin too.
As you attune to it, you find something odd about it. It's not as if it's possessing you, no. Rather, it's inflaming what you currently possess already. It brightens your horns, your tone, your structure. It increases your power, your gifts, your curse. Whatever this thing is, it in itself is attuning to you as you attune to it. It is not possession. It is a catalyst for something to come. But not yet.
Well, that's foreboding a dogma.
Fucking
I'm already
Hellboy
loving
over
it.
here.
I was about to say I wanted to tune to my crowd, so I can finally have a hat.
What if he has to attune to both?
Then I guess
Skull
he's
and
fucked.
crown. In any case, you're looking pretty good. I assume you do not want to remove curse.
Do I actually look different, Dogma?
Your structured tone seems more fit. As you stand up, your physical prowess seems to be more on edge. You seem more fit, you seem more confident. Your skin seems more flushed with color rather than pale. Your eyes begin to glow, whatever they are now, seem to mix with a light hint of yellow as well. If they're already yellow, a different hue.
Might Byroth perhaps make an insight check into all this?
Sure.
I'm trolling like garbage.
Whatever he attuned to, it's not evil, but you can definitely tell it's demonic.
Yeah, so Dogma, now I have jet black eyes with spots of yellow.
Well, now they're flecks of gold, my friend.
Yes. I haven't felt as good in years.
Okay, so he did not do that to me, so it's
Yeah,
pretty
maybe.
lucky find for you.
Maybe it has to do with you being a follower of something non-descriptive.
I don't know. My god is pretty into like how am I
Or-
listening?
Nesmond,
My god
maybe-
is in.
as
He's
you
a fire god. Yes.
made peace with your guide, you do find that something is alarming, or at least interesting. While you had managed to find the 3 papers and get them translated, you do discover that something is off about it. It spoke of guardians protecting this area, to keep and to preserve, both light and shadow. However, there were 3 graves, or at least 3 spirits within. The one that was your guide seems to have been someone that was unfortunately trapped within. So anyone that tried to venture forth, they tried to help with leaving clues and the like here and there, which your team ultimately just waved over. As that stated on, they worked with something trying to make sure they were able to be preserved, or at least last as long as possible, hence the strange box with 5 symbols adorned that your team is currently investigating with. She was able to possess enough power to infuse this, but from what you can tell, the person was a halfling, maybe, or at least a small child, as the structure was about the same, but a little more toned, so you believe this person was a halfling. But at the same time, it seemed odd. They were from this area, and most magic was shattered from anyone's existence. So whoever this was, it was definitely before the point of magic becoming scarce.
So this box is human magic.
It's definitely magic that originated from humanity. But beyond that, you're not exactly sure what else it can do.
And then they didn't turn up anything on the final rune.
With the final rune, it doesn't seem to be written in there. It's odd, but whatever created the final rune left no marks. Or at least no way of identifying it, as none of you have deep speech.
Not even our newly anointed friend there with the old one.
Not yet, at the very least. However, Nesmond, you do find peace. You do make solace. You do make solace. You do what you intend to do. And it does seem calmer, far more peaceful than it was before. As you return with the rest of the group. Ramon, after a week, gives you all 10 gold, as it has been a week and your payment is due. Oh, well, yes, here you go. Looks like some of you took on jobs, looks like some of you took the week off. Good to hear. You do often need a break from time to time.
Is there any more jobs? Our last one was confusing in some ways. We found old artifacts.
We do have a few jobs ready in the wait, but as it stands, Claire does have a message from our director. Oh, if you're looking for the bank, Mixie, it is in the middle of town. You'll have to go there. Actually, you could have gone there beforehand.
Yeah, I was about to say I was going to go there beforehand and deposit.
Yeah.
Money.
They will hold your account without too much issue. Since you are part of the police, you can technically place your money there without any what is the word again? Any of it
Fee.
being taken away from you. Yes, fee.
Taxes.
Yes. So it shouldn't be an issue.
Okay, I'm depositing about 2,000 then.
By the way, Doug, did you get the message that I sent you about the things I also sold that I forgot about? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'll fill up the glass. I'll give Kathleen the glass, and I'll put the bag of 1,000 gold next to her.
Alright. As that continues on, Claire then states, yes, Ramon is quite correct. I do need to give you this message before you begin trying to do anything else. According to the According to the alchemist inside the school, it appears that the runes have been engraved on campus grounds. While we're not exactly sure what started this event, we were able to, thanks to Nesmond, stop the person that continued them. And thanks to your efforts, we managed to cleanse most of the school. The current headmaster is conducting their own investigation. But as it stands, we are looking into this ourselves as well. Whatever you had discovered down there, it seems to have resonated with various authorities higher than ourselves. So whenever you go out, do be cautious and do watch your shadows. Now then,
Will do.
back to the matter at hand. As it stands, there was a mission that had taken priority for us. Most of you managed to accomplish your own missions, and others of you managed to even take great strides and come back with new information, new bounties, and allowed access to a location that is rarely allowed in. The only problem is one of the missions that was governed in underneath Section 9. No one has yet to return from there. It is alarming. We would like you to investigate this, as well as identify what might have happened. If it becomes too dangerous, I suggest you return and give a progress report.
What does this mission entail?
According to our
Search and rescue, recovery.
Search and destroy.
information, this is the mission that was at the end of the week accessible to you as you were drawing closer to the security mission, but it is known as the Dragon's Horde. For some reason or another, they weren't able to return. However, this is just a request from the director. You do not necessarily have to take it, but one person in Section 9 will need to. So if you decide, you can send the ones you looking towards Nesmond and Mixie, Govern B team to take it. Outside of that, you are free to do as you will. But the main mission at hand still stands. As it has concluded and security measures have taken place, the lab with the Lazarus coffin is accessible to you now as you have been granted access to it. Inside you will find not much, but a few researchers and a strange metallic structure within. That is known as the Lazarus coffin. They are currently conducting experiments and the like. You had requested to be security force, as it did pay well, roughly 300 gold per person. But at the same time, it is quite dangerous as they are still conducting experiments. If you decide to take on this mission, it is of your own. I would caution at the very least.
It's our own risk.
Yes.
Okay, so the situation before us is we have to complete the Dragon Horde mission. But also,
no.
there's a main mission.
The main mission stands as the. Well, I'll just give you the title of the mission. Known as the Lazarus Coffin.
Mm-hmm. That's our main one.
As an experiment takes place, you are to be bodyguards to make sure nothing happens.
Mm-hmm.
And above all, secure and keep the research papers and the coffin safe.
But I thought you said somebody had to do the Dragon Horde.
However, as the director stated, someone in Section 9 has to do the Dragon Horde. But if
we have a B team of people, basically.
Yes.
For context, it's a bunch. We hired a bunch of people on one of our missions. So basically, we have an A team and a B team. Mixie's just gonna ask if she's gonna take it that the information is confidential, as she looks over to Nesmith.
Ramon states, yes, both of them are confidential, and those associated with each mission is granted this information. As you had requested to be in the Lazarus project, we had allowed you this information beforehand, so you are free to do what you'd like. As it stands, I do not care to have you in any danger, but a mission must take priority for you. If you decide to do one, you'll have to wait to do the other. And the more time
So, what did they do?
you wait, the more danger one falls under.
I mean, if the mission we were assigned to do is available, shouldn't we go do that one first? I'm pretty sure the B team are quite capable of taking care of the other mission.
Even though the whole mission is based on the fact that another team has failed.
Yes.
I mean, what's the difference between our team and their team?
We are a team.
Well, that's Ramon states. Well, that is the name you gave yourselves.
Could I incite the other guys to see how capable they are?
Sure.
Are they even there?
Yes. At least one of them is here.
They're around the room.
Luckily, my insight is great. Yeah, I have full faith in them.
You shouldn't fucking jinx yourself, should you?
Yeah, Byroth would like to insight as well.
Or do I have no faith in them, Dogma? That one.
I mean, they're still part of your group, even though they're not part of your team. So it's entirely up to you. But you just don't like the way they smell. They seem to be using a lot of soap. And the guy at the very top seems to... I don't know, but there's something about him that's off. You don't care for his mustache goatee combo.
Yeah, he's quite the arrogant prick, isn't he?
Byroth, you can tell that they seem capable. While not at the same level your team is, they seem to be close to it. So if you believe yourselves capable of taking on the other mission, you believe it's at least potentially possible that they succeed.
Give them like 70% chance.
I think that's highly optimistic. I think 15%.
I mean,
they're
well,
just somewhere in the middle.
one of them is quite an expiring assassin, so up to you.
Just send them on the Dragon Horde mission. We'll handle the laboratory one.
I see.
I can't help but think this is the DM being like, guys, go on the Dragon Horde mission.
It's
guys, like 3 times I've told you. Okay.
I prepared for this for weeks and you're never going to play it. Damn you.
No, it's fine. As you take on the missions before you, you decide to send B team to the Dragon Horde. A few of them leave beforehand, but a few others seem to be continuing to speak. However, as you take on the Lazarus project, you then are given this information from Claire. Alright, this is how the project works. Currently, there are 2 other members of the security force within the area, so you shouldn't have too much problem. There you will find a fawn known as Maris. He will be the main leader there, as he is the main scientist. Beyond that, he will have 2 assistants with him. Oh, that's strange. I didn't think she would be there. But that's quite alright. An assistant known as Claire will also be there.
So there are 4 targets to protect.
No, the main thing you should protect is the project itself. If that fails, you should take hold of the paperwork as well. If possible, protect Maris's life. But that is a acceptable loss so long as the research isn't destroyed. According to this dossier, at least, I for one would like everyone to be alive, but this is the information I'm giving you, according to our director. Beyond this, you're supposed to keep watch and observe. Anything that goes wrong with these subjects, take caution and be ready to draw your blade, as it could become dangerous.
So you're saying Project itself might try to kill us?
Yes, the other assistant is known as Vera. He should be able to assist you with anything, but he is a shy one.
I can fix that.
Lady, don't overdo it. Please.
Fret
Okay.
not.
Standard protection contract.
Correct.
Protect research at all costs, research personnel second. Don't let research kill you. Okay.
Now then, are there any other questions? Yes. You are about to head into a dangerous location. It is fortified with stone slabs, roughly 5 feet thick. The room itself is quite cramped, but you are all able to fit in.
Great.
Do we see the coffin at this point or not?
Yeah, sure. You walk and talk.
Sure.
You're there.
Oh
And-
lord.
Yeah.
So we're what, underground at this point? We're in a building?
You are in. Technically, you're in Section 5's research lab, or at least one of them.
Okay.
Right. What does the coffin look like?
The coffin itself appears to be a metallic structure. It is roughly 5 by 5. Not by 5 by 5. No, wait, that's true. 5 by 5 by 3. The dimensions are. I'm gonna say feet. If you don't know that one, it's that long.
5 feet by 5 feet.
Yeah. Roughly, it's the size of a human. Oh wait, it needs to be bigger than that. It's 8 feet long.
Oh dear.
I feel like maybe they are not so confident about experiment.
It seems heavy, but at the same time, 2 of you could carry it. 3 halflings could also carry it, if need be. It seems to be connected to a power source. Inside, you do find the 3 people that well, you know Ramon's a doctor. Ramon and Claire were talking about. The 2 to the side of the coffins appear to be the bodyguards, which is probably why they don't have names, but they do have names in my notes. But it's up to you to care. But the person currently doing research in a ruby-like slab is Maris. The one to his side is Vera, and the one to the opposite direction is Claire. Spelled with K.
Claire with a K.
Is that a grown-up Golden Sun character, I spy?
Can I roll a perception to see what is on the table?
Yes. It does seem to be documents pertaining to the project, but you aren't able to really read them. But you can tell they are connected as they do have diagrams similar to the structure you see.
We're currently in Section 5, aren't we?
You are in one of these offshoots of Section 5's labs. But yes, you are in Section 5.
And
So
Ruby
this-
tablet he has is the same as the one I currently have.
It is.
Right. Do I know if it's a Section 5 only tablet, or is it like a special tablet, or...
As you had a week and a half to get your clearance back, you are able to tell and note that the tablet you possess is Section 5 property.
Right.
did you ever at all dive into any of the information that was inside?
He had the passcode from last time, if I remember correctly.
I had the special passcode from last time, so
Yeah, you had the passcode, but you just failed the checks too many times.
I would have delved into it off-site.
Ooh. Okay, I need different music. There we go.
Pyroth would be fascinated by all this because he's into metal and lightning and experiments and shit.
All right.
And who is in charge here? Tell me all about this fascinating machine. We are security. Spare no detail because it may save your life.
Varric begins to tell you what he believes is going on. However, as the tone of the music changes, Nesmond, this is the information you know. Day 1. The information has been gathered. The data project has been conclusive, and based off of our notes, it is possible to bring someone back from life without the use of magic. It is a technological marvel, but we are certainly still experimenting on it. The ooze we found seems to be interesting, but nevertheless, we are still doing minor subject projects upon it. Further investigation is conclusive. Day 12. As the experiments grow more and more, let's call them explosive, the projects themselves are being brought back to life. We had started in small scale. First small rabbits, then squirrels, then a few platypuses here and there. Ultimately, though, they had become feral and had to be brought down. More security measures need to be in place, as potential security threats are growing in number. Day 32. We have managed to acquire a security patent along the way. With the help of a certain someone, we had gotten ourselves access and allowed to experiment further beyond the current scope. We have begun use of subjects. And the word subjects was air quoted within the notes.
Okay.
Day 50. As the subjects have grown and grown more restless, a few members had to be brought in beyond myself. I have concluded that both of these two, and it states Maris and Claire, alongside my current helper, has been conclusive on this subject and have brought them inside the full circle. Whatever is going on, their help is needed. Day 65. It is working. Without the feral mind, without the destructive force that it brings out of them, we are bringing them back fully. More experiments need to be made, but as the time progresses, without too much issue, we should be able to bring anyone back without error. That was the last message placed upon this slab. There is some more information, but that's the only information pertaining to this laboratory.
Okay.
And going back.
Pyroth's booming voice throughout the chamber.
Who is in charge here?
Varric simply states, that'd be Maris. He's currently doing some subject studies upon the paper. Well, not subject studies, really, he's writing down the data we're currently gathering and collecting. Claire over there is just talking with one of our bodyguards here. I assume you're Section 9's security force that has been hired, correct?
This is correct.
Good. Basically what's going on here is we're trying to bring back people from the dead So far, it's only been low scale, but as of recently, we have begun to take greater strides in this, and voluntary subjects have been found.
This is necromancy.
To a greater degree, it's more technology based. No actual magic other than the power source itself is magical.
So you are still using magic to raise the dead, I see.
Barroth has low intelligence. He'd be like,
I see no difference.
Sure. But that being said, I'm not saying that we kill people and then resurrect them. I'm simply stating that those have volunteered beforehand have unfortunately perished, and we have managed to collect their bodies and try to bring them back.
Only vampires want to be vampires.
He laughs and goes, "Oh, there's no such thing as vampires."
Caitlin chuckles in the corner.
I want to insight this guy, by the way.
Sigvald will join in the chuckle.
Nesmin, go ahead and roll insight.
Ouch.
Yes, no way vampires are real.
Nesmin, because you have that information, it would be at an advantage.
Please, Lord.
Hey.
I want to give him disadvantage. No, I was kidding.
Well,
yeah, I'm from outside the anti-magic zone, right? So
So you would know magic, but science.
and I'd probably believe in vampires though.
Oh yeah.
Do you know?
Outside of this zone, there are rumors, tales of vampires, vampirism, but they're scarce and few. More fairy tales than anything else. It seems to be derived.
I'm a half giant.
It seems to be derived from the Forbidden Zone, which is the current area you're in. So half the reason you decided to go in here is to hear or at least learn about the fairy tales that you heard long ago.
So like I have like a childlike belief in it, but
Yeah.
also I'm like, what? Magic exists?
Yeah. However, Nesmin, inciting this man, you can tell that half of what he's speaking about is truthful. When he says we have found people that have died, unfortunately, and brought them back, you can tell that a slight indication was removed from that, as if he expected them to have already been dead when the bodies were collected. You're not sure why, but he did seem tense there, as if he was frightened or afraid. You're not quite sure which.
I can guess which.
However, the rest of the information has been, or at least is, truthful. They are bringing back people from the dead, but you believe that this isn't a current situation. Based off of the data you have, that last bit of information was from 3 weeks ago.
Their last volunteer?
No, that last bit of information that has been acquired. Basically, the subjects...
In the book, okay.
Yes, air quotes. Have been being brought back without too much of an issue.
Is there an actual viewport on this thing? Can Barroth take a look-see?
Yes.
Yeah, he's tall enough. So.
What do I see?
Inside, you do pierce into the strange blue liquid. Inside appears to be... Well, you believe they're human.
Can I roll medicine?
Sure.
What is?
That's
What
with
are you
that's
always
with a
getting
plus 7. That's with a plus 7, people.
11 must be your lucky.
Yeah, I got the 11 with the plus 7 too. Join the club.
Alright. Anyway.
Feels bad, man.
I don't feel your pain.
Inside seems like a human, but at the same time, the ooze is kind of blocking their true visage. You're just getting a general feeling.
Also, do we have another mind talker in the group?
Yes.
Hey. No communication whatsoever, just mind talk.
I am a mystic. I can literally talk through people's minds.
Oh, right,
Actually,
you're
has
a mystic.
Mixie even said a single word in the presence
No,
of
Mixie's been quiet.
like through the entire extent of our association? I don't even think you've been like hi. It's just been like mind talk.
No, I've talked to you before.
Yeah,
I told you about the gold and shit.
Oh, that's right. When you were happy because you didn't
You
drown.
asked me to open the door for you.
I asked.
I was excited by the gold too. Okay.
Yeah, Mixie and
You say that to me, yet 3 random people, none of you introduced yourselves to me or anything.
I don't
I
care
was
about
sneaking
you.
around half the time.
Yeah, you went invisible when you first saw me.
Yeah.
Or
I
us.
just had really good stealth checks.
And Nesbin already knew us. So.
Anywho, what are we doing?
I'm going up to talk to these
I don't
people.
think Nesmond really knows any of you by name, though. So does he really know you?
Alright, as you go up to speak with the next 2 people, Vera states, "Oh, it's quite simple. If anything is to happen, you are to protect the project. If that fails, protect the paperwork. If that fails, protect the scientist. Known as Maris."
Okay, then maybe Maris get near the door, like right after we set this off.
He waves and goes, "That's why I'm over here, doing data collecting."
Yeah, that's not near the door.
It's near enough.
Sounds like you've all resigned yourselves to death.
Kind of groans and moves in an intercept.
Caitlin,
vector.
go ahead and roll insight check. Anyone that's also looking at the rest of the team can roll one as well.
It appears I've ascended.
Yeah, I'll help her. It's fine.
I don't need your help, action, my good friend.
I just want to say that the irony of the insight being the highest and the crit coming from the blind character.
No,
Listen.
I beat the blind character on a non-crit.
Insight?
Yes.
Yeah. No, not a crit. I'm not gonna waste mine. Sorry.
As you all delve and dive and other D words, you look at the rest of the team. They all seem friendly enough. Vera is quite skittish, but seems to be talking because you talked with him. Claire seems to be just talking with the bodyguard, and Maris is currently busy. But as Caitlin makes that statement, everyone except for this bodyguard freezes, which Caitlin and Relta can tell. The rest of the team seem to be in a trance, as if they are made to be there at this point. Forced? It would be the preferred word. Nesbin, you don't see any of this. Neither does Mixie. But it is for a second. A brief but daunting second.
Caitlin smiles. This is gonna be fun.
Okay, wait, so there's just a stutter in time?
Yes, you feel this.
Yeah, I'm gonna get into combat stance. Then.
What sort of threats are you?
Shield, I'm gonna get out my fancy rope, javelin. It's gonna go from flaccid to hard.
Yeah, 100% same, dude. I'm gonna go ahead and quit my arm.
No, I'm asking that to Vera, by the way. Dogma.
Huh?
I'm asking Vera what sort of threats he's worried about.
Well, currently we are worried about espionage work within our own section, as well as anything that gets brought back was violently being attacked. Sometimes they're not in the right state of mind, and when they die in a combat, their mind first goes into this state of attack, fight or flight, if you will. And since they were fighting, we need to make sure that they don't do harm to, well, the project.
Okay, Byroth will interject until kind of in a panic, be like, wait.
You are not... This is not temporal based. You are not turning back time.
No. Well, Maris can probably tell you more. He goes, simply put, we're currently rejuvenating and revitalizing these cells that have decayed away. From what we
Yes, but
understand,
how?
that is on a need-to-know basis. And you are a security force. Your main mission is to protect the project, not to understand it.
Everyone gear up for combat. Everyone who doesn't want to die, get behind someone with a shield.
Caitlin, as you go over, fully armored up, you speak with the bodyguard and Claire, I assume.
Yes.
Claire looks towards you and simply states, "Oh, hi there. Do you need anything? Some food? A snack? No, wait, that's also a food. A drink?
Nothing you could offer me could satiate my desires.
Only
Probably.
Sentinel, clear out of the room.
No one moves. Probably. I am simply a assistant. So is Vera.
Kaylin just kind of looking around. She eyes up this bodyguard right here.
The bodyguard looks to you and goes, "May I help you?"
Just trying to get a feel for the situation.
Oh,
My apologies for looking at you strange. I am afraid I am unable to see.
that's fine, I suppose. I thought you just wanted to talk for a bit since we're both security forces.
Oh, I'm fine to have a bit of conversation between two allies, if you will.
Sure. Weird way of phrasing it.
Oh, no. We are allies, of course. We have the same goal.
That's true, I suppose. The name's Namar. It's a pleasure to meet you, I suppose.
I extend my hand in a kind of royal way to her. You may call me Caitlin.
As you extend your hand to her in a royal way, from what you can tell, she knows what to do. She extends her hand in a down-like position as if she takes it in a graceful manner. But before she actually does that, you see the hesitation for a moment and then gives you a regular handshake, which is common when you meet anyone not of royal blood or lineage. But that hesitation and then that exchange is off.
Do I feel like a really weird vibe coming from her right now?
Yes, you feel that, well, at least you felt that this person was a commoner, a simple bodyguard, but they knew what to do.
You intrigue me in the most astounding of ways.
I suppose. Anyways, it's nice to meet you. Me and Gen here, pointing towards the next bodyguard, have been here for quite some time, protecting, well, the scientists here.
Well, we're here to aid you on your endeavor.
Again, non-essential personnel, clear out of room.
No one moves.
Okay, alright then. Vera, back the fuck up. You're going to get killed.
Whilst I'm here next to Maris, I'm going to inquire as a person of some healing. How does this differ from the sort of revivify type magic? Do people still retain their memories, or are they aware of what happened to them prior to dying?
That is currently what we're trying to find out. The one that's currently in the incubation system is currently being rejuvenated back. This is one of the first trials, so we're trying to see if they retain any memory from themselves. Unfortunately, the first time we tried to do this, they went into a fight or flight stance. We have gathered that more time might bring back more of themselves.
Look, he says fight or flight. Guess why there is 5 of us here now? Is fight.
Is there no way to sedate them prior to releasing them?
We can. But the problem for that is we would like to know the information they have. If we sedate them, we're not exactly sure what the medicine will do to their current body structure. It might cause them to die permanently without the process to work it once again, or it's possible that it might change their biometrical system.
Okay, Fate. So, do you have like straps or chains on this thing, or you're just going to like let it out and see what happens?
That is why you're here, isn't it?
Okay, can we like chain it down inside the chamber before this?
No, the chamber itself can't be damaged or altered. If you do so, it could become inert.
Okay, well, I kind of like shake my new javelin thing. Like maybe I have solution.
Once it's out of the incubation, you can do what you like to it, so long as you don't damage the person. To a great extent, at the very least.
Anybody else have shackles or rope or something?
Unfortunately, not.
There you
Okay.
go. And while I'm filling a cup with blood, I'm with my other hand pulling out a rope and tossing it to you, Bayron. You got 50 feet of hemp rope.
Okay.
As you do that,
Maybe actually give the rope to someone who knows how to tie knots. I don't know knots.
Claire just looks at Sigvald and goes, "Wow, that's really weird."
I wouldn't pay too much mind to it.
Oh, no. Oftentimes, people need to drink anything or everything to survive. In fact, I heard of a strange marsupial species that's able to survive out of bark from trees. It's really quite fascinating.
Of
Yes.
course.
Alright, I'm gonna give this 50 foot of rope to our resident rogue, Mixie. I'll say, okay, Mixie, here is plan. When horrible zombie creature wakes up and tries to kill us all, I will paralyze it for a moment with spell, you tie it up, and then, I don't know, we convince the scientists to let us kill it for
Are none of you really gonna question what this is even for? Like, what bigger plan this is for?
Oh, it's for, hey, for resurrection. I mean, I can't do that, but other people can do that. It's not a new concept.
Fret not, little girl. I'm working on something of my own currently.
At the end of the day, we are here because zombie is going to try and kill us, right?
You think that, and then you hear.
Oh yeah, I 100% think that.
And then you hear an actual melody be playing it out. A piano, or at least something of the sort. And then Maris goes, "Alright, looks like they're about to be let loose. Is everyone ready?"
Give me 1 second.
For God's sake, Vera, back up. You're just assisted. You're going to get killed.
Please, that lady.
Is Vera wearing a red shirt? That
Red shirt plague.
He actually is, but that's not the point.
Okay. I'm gonna stand back in my corner after I give Caitlin her cup. Also, does my blood taste different now?
It
That is a really weird question to ask me.
Before we enter combat, can I take out the flame sword and say the command word to ignite it?
You sure can.
Oh yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna put on my armor, but I'm still gonna hold on to that glass because I am not spilling any. It's gonna be very complicated combat for me, swinging and taking sips.
Caitlin, you taste a lot more iron.
There's more irony taste. Ooh, the irony.
You have a little bit more iron in your blood.
It makes it more flavorful,
who is our
but it's still
resident
weird.
paladin? Caitlin, yeah, she's up there, okay.
Oh, what? We have a paladin?
Tastes good.
What are you thinking? What?
Wait, do you think I'm a paladin?
I thought you said that.
I've never said anything about my class.
He never did.
All right.
I'm not certain if we have a paladin.
All right.
We have 2 clerics, dude. Does that count?
Well, where's the other one? Why am I all up here alone?
And he's in the
Nesmond's a
back.
cleric.
Nesmond's the cleric that refuses to heal.
Nesmond's the cleric, the fucking
Hang on,
pacifist.
refuses to heal. Nesmond always heals you fuckers.
That's
Yeah, it's
crazy.
Fire off will
fighting
look
he
over
doesn't
his
do.
shoulder and be like, okay,
I've done
alright, I
nothing
see
but
how it
heal
is.
you guys.
That's crazy.
Fine,
Kayla
Dropkick,
doesn't
if
know you.
that's how you feel. I will remove all my healing spells.
Do it, bitch.
All
You
of
won't.
it.
No balls.
The team
Spell
collapses
permanent
seconds
cantrip.
before combat. The team collapses.
As you're currently fighting amongst each other, the song of the piano finally finishes off. You believe that was a alarm clock system. Maybe. You're currently fighting. However, someone
See-
does emerge from the pool. A knight.
If only we had someone in the rooms that could have told us what that meant.
Shush.
Vera goes, you told me to back up.
To save your life.
Gan then goes, hey man, we all should work together.
Fucking
Everyone-
anime protagonist.
Come on, guys. We have to hit it together. We
Oh,
have to
Lord.
get magic.
Alright, Gen.
as that
I'm on your side now.
the person looks around, panicked as they were, or at least died in combat. So it's fight or fight. Fight or flight. Intervention. Go ahead and roll turn order.
Okay.
5.
But by the way, we are not surprised. I think I'm first.
Who the fuck is fully equipped?
Don't fucking worry about it. Stop talking to me.
11.14. That's very specific.
I have a character sheet called Fully Equipped.
Why don't you just have a flip token?
Because Doug didn't make the token.
I forgot.
Again. Ah.
Dogma, do I have to wait until my turn to try and identify his armor if I recognize it, or...?
No.
Okay. Because does it look like the same sort of armor from the prior weeks? The, Rose clan?
Ho ho ho, you are correct.
The Rose family, which I would have showed him. Actually, I think you already knew because you watched me fucking take it out, so.
This appears to be one of the bodies that you guys found, but because it was submerged in the pool, you weren't able to identify it until now.
Well, there was only one of the people that was there. Oh,
It was.
oh no, that
Where,
it was
was I
only
there
all of
for
us.
this?
The only person that wasn't there for this was Mexi.
Is this the,
Was this one of the bridge dudes?
This is one of the people that died within the maze.
It's not the person from the well, right?
No, not that one.
Okay, then I had something to say to that poor person. Sorry for the hole in your stomach.
This is the one that was spiked, into bones.
Ah.
Sig, you're up first.
Well, last time we saw you, you were not looking all that great. Now I actually need to think, what the fuck will I be doing? Fight or flight, right? I'm gonna pull out a coin. And I'm gonna cast darkness.
No!
What have we talked about with this fucking
No!
spell?
I still love the fact that it doesn't affect me. Thanks for blindness. The one advantage.
Does anyone have counterspell?
I do.
Counterspell it!
Why?
Because it will cripple me.
It doesn't hurt me though.
Hang on.
Oh.
Everyone.
I need
Remember
to...
the- remember when I said you ruled the dead?
We do recognize him. He was one of the dead people we saw.
Sig, is it at a flat, roll? Or are you...
What?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Gan, places his hand straight towards you as you begin to submerge the area into shadow, and his gauntleted right hand begins to glow, and he goes, "Hey man, I can't see. No, just no."
The last time someone tried to do this, it didn't work because it's an eliminate spell.
But this one does work for some reason.
I shake my fist in anger. You wanted to have a fight or flight response cancellation. Put a person in darkness to think about things. Usually helps. That's my turn.
That sounds some psychological thinking. I like that.
You numpty.
The man, looking at the rest of you, begins to be panicked as his last dying breaths, while you don't know what they were, his ultimate end did happen. He rushes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's roll a d10.
This Demon King looking dude just kind of standing next to him.
He rushes straight towards Claire. He grabs... Oh, luckily enough, they didn't put any weapons on him. But he's still pretty strong. Taking his hand into a fist-like structure, aims straight for her very core, hits it, and she hits the wall and passes out.
We don't see this because we're in dark.
No?
What is happening?
Another darkness.
You should like thud.
You probably should put counterspell in.
Oh.
He said he counterspelled it.
Yeah.
Like he described it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
As
no darkness.
Not me. I was
because I was
asking.
about to dispel it myself.
As Gen says that, you see the shadow recede into nothingness as the man rushes towards Claire and just knocks her out with one punch. Fully equipped.
Caitlin.
Just like haymakers, this young girl.
Do I feel like a weird aura about him, that dog?
He seems stronger than he should be.
Is this attuned to something that I would probably know about?
No, not necessarily.
Okay. So what they've described was bringing him back in as like still being a human, right?
Yes.
Okay, since he's a human, make me a DC 15 con save, a dog.
Con?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Remember that thing I messaged you about earlier?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Like you.
I'm kind of sad because it shouldn't work.
Listen, it feels bad.
Let me roll something, because technically it shouldn't work, but at the same time, he is technically brought back.
I mean, is he
Shit.
actually human at this point, or?
As you begin to
Does
put
it
your
count as being undead or not? I think it's more the point.
as you begin to gaze towards this person, you see that he's brought back to life. He's there. As you try to manipulate this, you see that the person themselves seems foreign. While they are back as a human, they seem to be something more. It seems to just wave it off.
I recommend you relax, friend. This could end very badly for all parties involved.
Communication is essential to all teamwork. What just happened?
He seems to be something more than I could have ever expected.
Maris goes, "That's quite interesting. If being brought back in this way enhances your abilities, this could prove useful." Anything else, Caitlin?
Just bonus action Hexblade crit.
Okay. Mixie.
Can I do a non-lethal attack with this sword?
Yeah.
So the darkness is down at this point.
The darkness
There
is
was-
never
There
started.
never was any darkness. I was just trying to get him to relax for a turn, and then it would have dropped.
There are
Yeah.
other
Literally did
ways.
the
There
opposite
are
of relaxing.
other ways. You stressed the rest of us out.
Yeah, that's
Oh.
that's always nice though.
Would it
It's
be
fun.
sneak attack on this roll?
No, he's already gone.
Okay.
That's assassinate.
But isn't realty within 5 feet?
If an ally's within 5 feet, you should still gain it.
Oh,
You're thinking of
yeah.
assassinate.
Yep, that's true. Okay, sneak attack,
Okay,
damage, add.
Yeah.
It's already added.
No, it's not. I did enable sneak. Oh, I did enable sneak
Yeah, you
attack
did.
on this.
Yeah, it's
20
the
damage.
9. 9, 5, 11, 20.
But you are missing a d6.
As you grab your blade, you swing straight through them and rake out blood. While there is blood there, it seems to be coagulating harder than it should be. You see bits of him just dropped in the ground, almost like jello. The blood itself has yet to complete its liquid-like stage. It's as if he's within life and death at the same time. At least his body is. You're not sure if it was enough time for him to be incubated, but you did do damage, enough to see that he is bleeding and capable of death once again.
Okay, it's a 3d6, not
1d6 shorts.
Mhm.
So 2 more.
And then you stab him again, just to make sure. Nesvin.
Back.
Alright, when he hit Claire, did it look like he was going all out, or...?
He did not hold back. Well, Claire is a scientist. You believe she could have taken a punch of a normal person, just completely flattened down.
Okay, alright. I'm just shoulder barging. I assume Rialta is classed as medium?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I'm shoulder barging through everyone, coming here and then casting Cure Wounds on Claire.
Mm-hmm. Alright. Luckily enough, you are able to bring her back into the state of consciousness, but she is in no shape to fight.
Be my turn.
Alright. Baroth and Rauta. Who has the higher dexterity?
Mine is 14.
Dexterity, mine's 14.
Ooh.
They're the same.
Realty can go first.
Okay, Rauta.
I got
Oh.
heavy armor.
Okay. Dang it. So that thing's still, like, how hurt was it again? I'm sorry.
You believe it's closer to death than it would have been, so bleeding. But the blood itself seems to be not as liquidy as it should be.
It's
Do you want me to go first?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you go first.
Alright, I'll cast Hold Person, DC 15. Wisdom.
That's
Oh.
what I was thinking about doing.
I'm always bad at these, and this doesn't help.
Yeah, that succeeds.
Passes.
Yay.
I don't think I have a bonus that I can do after that.
Hmm.
So
Do a
I will
barrel
just, I'll crowd up on his business, and that'll be my turn.
Oh, wait.
Everyone surrounds this being. Rauta.
Okay, so he's stuck now. Dang it. I need a better computer. I'm so sorry, guys.
Relto brings out a MacBook and then throws it out for a.
Yeah, you could try. Hold. I mean, mine didn't work, but it doesn't mean yours won't.
Yours didn't work? I thought it.
Nope.
I don't know. I
Because
thought you said it did.
You passed the wisdom save.
Yep.
Oh, okay, then yeah, I'll try hold person.
He does have a negative.
Oh, I don't pass these. For CC roll at
Oof.
19, then a 20.
A nat 20.
I normally don't.
I normally don't, he says.
Well, this is a Frankenstein. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Alright, that's all I wanted to try, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
The next two bodyguards take place. Namar heads forwards, realizing that you're all blockading the area. She is a.
Efficiency.
She's the hand-to-hand combat fighter, so she can't do anything.
She can get within 5 if she goes to the.
That's true, but I want Gen to do something.
You should totally hold my
Alright.
cup so I don't spill it.
Sure. Gen moves
Go for
forward.
it, DM.
Gen moves forwards and goes, "Hey, man, that's not cool. We should all get along."
What is with you?
How tall is she, by the way?
Namar?
Yeah.
She's around 5'8".
Okay. She would have been
I'm-
able to attack, but yeah.
8 feet tall.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but there's a space in between here, and because
Yeah,
I'm like
but
3
that's
foot
where-
2.
That's where Gen wanted to go.
Yeah,
You want
true.
again to do something?
Yeah.
It's the power of friendship.
No,
Power of
it's just
friendship.
he's stronger, and you guys don't seem to be doing well.
Alright, fine. We'll
It's-
hurt him.
Gauntleted hands then begins to shine and goes, "Yeah," and then just punches him straight in the face.
Boink.
Yeah.
See, he rolled an 18, which hits. Plus 7, d6. 11. And he does 11 points of damage as you see his jaw just breaks. Still on his face. And he goes, "All right, we're supposed to keep you alive. That is my bad."
Again, whatever you're doing with the sudden gauntlet, don't use it on this. I'm gonna use a mind trust. So please make an DC 15 intelligence saving throw.
I
Alright.
should word it like that.
As the creature in front of you, you're not quite sure if it's human, begins to try to save, Gen goes, "Sorry about that. I use this as a catalyst to extend my very powers."
2 in
Really?
a row, a dogma?
Really?
I don't know
These
what's going
dice are-
on.
I'm gonna incite the DM if he's
Roll insight.
Roll inside. Come on, nat 20. That's not a nat 20.
I was low-key expecting a nat 1.
You believe the GM mostly never gets these. In fact, last campaign he was really debating on always having his NPCs pass them. Not this one. This is his lowest score, which gives us a -2. Never expected him to pass intelligence saving throws.
The irony is he failed the COD.
Yeah, the +5 he failed, but the -2 he keeps making him make it.
Anything else?
No, that's sadly it.
I was a very menacing anything else.
1, 2.
Like, I,
Like,
Well, it's the
you
enemy's,
dare?
it
Do
was.
something.
it's the enemy's turn. 1, 2,
Oh,
3,
joy.
4, 5, 6,
How many
7,
natural
8,
20s will they get
9.
this turn?
About to get fucking knocked out in one punch, man.
He casts a spell, and Gent doesn't have a counter spell because he wasted his own.
Oh, well, this makes sense.
Did I actually get one punch?
No,
Attack me, you bastard.
this is how I did it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then the team leader. air quotes, is 10. So Gen gets hit.
Oh, I so wish it was me.
But fucking masochist.
I wish it was me, to be fair.
The man
At
looks
least- It's
No,
not
I
Claire.
wish it was me because I want to show off my armor class.
the man looks straight towards Gen and goes. He just yells a primordial scream, and Gen goes, "Whoa, man! Try to take a chill pill," and then just gets punched over and over again. Oh, that's a.
Wait, that's cool.
That ain't cool, man.
Oh, and however, Gen is luckily enough, while at AC of 15, manages to miss twice, and his rage attack. Ooh.
There's crit.
Oh, there's your luck back, dog. I thought you lost for a second.
His rage? Which one's rage?
As
It's frenzied rage.
As Gen manages to block both of those attacks, he goes, "Ha! This is," and then gets straight bitten in his shoulder.
No,
You
not
just bite him?
Gwen. Whatever shall we do?
And just rips off a chunk of flesh of Gen. He had armor on. Caitlin,
Oh shit!
No, not anymore.
Can I insight check a dog?
you sure can.
Do I know what's going on? Yet?
Don't get hit.
Don't get hits.
I
Don't
meant
get
on
hit.
I meant on the nature of that bite.
Oh, it just seems feral.
Gross.
Can,
As if
can
a
I
cre-
medicine check that bite?
Sure.
Sorry for interrupting.
Fucking don't get hit.
I am not gonna insight
get
check this
hit.
because I know what it is.
I have a few clues.
Medicine.
It might be infected, so you might want to treat it. For some reason, the area around it seems to be changing color fast.
Alright, well, I guess I learned around you I gotta keep fucking cures around.
Remove
Well,
curse, yes.
Time to
I don't,
torch the
I don't
place
have
on
it
fire.
on, I'm gonna tell you right now I got it, so.
Kill the zombies.
You rolled a 13. I will tell you this is not a curse. This is more attuned to a virus.
Who
Okay.
brought the flamethrower? I'm gonna go ahead and take this opportunity to hex my dude over here. Oh, good. I can concentrate on it for up to 3 hours.
Yep.
Cool.
That's good. I'm gonna then take this opportunity to
Up to attack.
to go ahead and start beating him. Do I have flanking for this?
Yes, I was about
Oh,
to say
Lord.
everyone can roll physical attacks at advantage.
Nice. Nice.
There are the crits. Don't forget to put the hex on.
I did, and I was punished for it.
It's also 1d6.
2 in a row, Jesus.
It's
Oh,
because
yeah.
I crit. That's why I did it twice.
You grab your blade and swing straight through the man. Maybe man no longer. It rakes through and more of his body just breaks off. You see, however, at this point, the blood begins to form more and more into actual blood. So the longer this takes, the more he will turn, or at least revert back to a human-like state. You believe.
You keep saying C, but like I take no information in a dog.
Yeah.
You're within 5 feet. You can sense this.
Okay,
Mixing.
You can smell the
and
blood.
a good miss.
Yeah. You just miss.
This is advantage, right?
Any physical
Yep.
attack.
Okay.
Hits. You grab your blade and swing straight through him. He seems nearer death's door than at any point in time he was beforehand. Even at the point in time when he was dead.
Nothing I can do. Yeah, that's the only thing I got. What? Yeah, that's the only thing I can do.
Nesbin.
Shoulder barge coming through. And I'm going over here. I'm gonna take my action to disengage as well, because I've got nothing else to do. And I'm simply going to say to Vera and Maris, what's the likelihood of all of it spreading?
That is why you're here, Vera then states. You are here to make sure this contamination is isolated. We'd rather not have a worst case scenario.
As long as there's something other than us that can also stop this.
There is, but it is the last resort. It's a kill switch.
Alright. That'll be my turn.
Byroth.
Ooh. So from that 13, do I think that Gan over here might be infected?
You believe if you don't do something within 2 turns, the infection will spread. If you have a medicine kit, you will have antibiotics, so it will stave that off.
I didn't bother to get a medicine.
Nobody does.
Nobody does.
And I'm pretty sure I don't have cure disease. No. So what I'm gonna do, I'm pretty sure this zombie, I'm gonna attack our zombie friend here using my new spear.
Speed. Snake jam.
4 damage.
Man, you're hella strong.
You grab your spear and swing straight and pierce through them. It hits, and you feel that they are just drawing out their final breaths. Barely.
Well, I wasn't gonna waste a spell on that. And then I say it again, get in the two.
Quotation marks, do you not have spiritual weapon prepared?
Yeah, I don't want to waste a spell on it. Alright, fine, I'll cast spiritual weapon.
I'm just asking if you have it prepared or not.
No, but I literally just thought I was gonna end it that turn.
I will ruin it. You are just that close.
I know. That's why I thought I was gonna get it. I mostly want to use the rest of my turn to yell at Gen to get into the tube. Get into the coffin. Get in.
Huh, that sounds like an interesting idea. However, it is not my turn yet. We all need
Just
to
shove him
lead.
Gaining self-awareness.
Which put them down before,
Now
before
he,
they fully break the fourth wall.
no,
I
what he means
I thought-
is teamwork, so we have to stick together.
I like
That's
my
the way I'm gonna
interpretation
play
better.
Yeah, sure.
in. Yeah. Rialta.
Realta.
Okay, I'm gonna. So this guy's like almost dead, so I'll just hit it. Right? He's almost dead?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna smack him with my staff.
And you have advantage. Actually,
Give him a big bonk on the head.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. What do I freaking do again for attack?
sorry, I just want to make sure I didn't crit, because technically never mind. Continue.
What do I roll for my attack roll?
What exactly are you using?
My quarterstaff.
So, did you build a macro for it in the middle of your character sheet? Otherwise, just roll /roll space of 1d20 plus your strength, which is probably +2.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't quarterstaff dexterity or is it strength?
It's
That's
strength.
right.
The only reason yours was dexterity is because you're a monk.
Ah, right.
/roll 1d20 plus what?
Your
Plus
strength.
my. Thank you.
Plus proficiency
Sorry.
bonus.
Yep.
My strength is 0, so
+3 in total.
+3 you said?
Because of your proficiency.
Yeah. You would trade in the power of the beating stick.
I'll just freaking add it. So 18 plus 3,
It
21.
hits, and because
Thank you.
your quarterstaff is a +1 quarterstaff,
Oh, I forgot about that.
that is enough to take it down.
Yay.
Just automatically. It
Uh,
had
If
2
she,
health left.
it had 2 health left.
Non-lethally, I'm guessing then, right?
It's up to Relta if she remembered.
Yeah, non-lethal.
I'm kind of sad you
wanted-
remembered.
You want to describe how you?
How would you like to take him down?
Yeah, I just sort of dash over there or run over there because I'm probably clumsy and just hit him in his gooey head. Yeah, I assume he's gooey for some reason. I think he's probably slimy.
Relta, you run straight towards the person. As Claire begins to get back up from the ground, you use her as a springboard, grabbing your weapon, and then just whack him straight on the right side of his head, causing him to just fall down unconscious. You do see breathing still, so you didn't kill the man, but he definitely needs to visit a doctor.
I take off my armor.
Byron, I think we probably need to shackle this guy up before he does anything else.
Yeah, gonna immediately
And-
start shoving Gen into the coffin thing.
I don't want to say it, dropkick, but why does it look like Shoutier?
Listen. Leave me alone.
No, it's just the first thing I thought.
Stop bothering me. We're not friends anymore.
Damn, I wish we could have that relationship.
Keep at it, Decimate. Or Rex, I don't know.
Baroth begins to drown Jen into the pool. Zigvold begins to place the body to the side. Relta and Claire pick each other up off the ground. Mixie and
Byroth will also call Damaris and Vera, be like, "Get the medic, you fools!"
Sure, I'll go get Allie.
Byron, where's my rope? Where's my accent going?
Guess you turned into a dwarf for a little
No,
bit.
it's your robe. I gave it to Mixie, but she decided to stand. Like, it made sense at the end.
Mixie, could you please toss me my robe back?
I toss him the rope back, and I'm trying to stealthily peek over to the table at the research.
I'm gonna try and tie up this person.
You're
Would it be a
easily able to do so.
Yeah.
Perception or
This
stealth
dead
roll.
body.
No, he's
You had time before Maris returned, so if you're trying to memorize it, it would be a
I'm-
history.
Yeah, but I'm also trying to be stealthy about it, so no one else notices.
Oh, Verev would be looking for his friend, so he'd be over here with Claire. Namar is currently helping out Bereth drown Gen.
Well,
What did she do with my cup?
yeah.
Nesbin would be next to you. So go ahead and roll. I was gonna say sleight of hand, but
Oh, fuck it.
nice.
Significantly better.
You read about half the portion of this experiment. You jot down, while not understanding the actual science of it, you are able to understand half of the symbols. The structured tone and glancing a look, write it down underneath the notebook you possess. You currently have half of the current notes, or at least half the blueprints. As Maris and Ali both enter inside, you are able to do so again as Ali tends to Gen. And Maris looks to see if the coffin has been damaged in any way.
Can I try and do it again then?
Yes. Alright.
damn it.
Rolling
that's-
in secret again.
mighty eights.
Maris then looks towards the rest of you and goes, hey, do you mind helping out?
Oh, right, yeah. Sorry. Kind of just.
You don't believe he saw you, but you're not sure if he's the only one that didn't see you. But no one else makes any motion towards you. Bareth, you have the entire blueprint. You don't understand the science, but you do now have a copy.
I do. Byroth does.
No, Byroth, you're currently just drowning again.
Okay,
Oh, you
sorry.
mean
I,
them.
You have
Yeah, you
both
said
halves.
Byroth.
Oh, sorry. I
You
meant...
said Byron.
yeah,
meant
I
Nixie.
was confused.
I was like, damn, I had to roll 2 sleight of hands and he gets it instant.
And
In
he
my
gets it
mind,
because
there
he's
is me
drunk.
like holding down a thrashing guy in like a watery sauna bed, being
Out
like,
comes the blueprint.
"How did I get blueprint?"
It fell out of his gauntlet.
Ali moves forwards and grabs Gen from Stop Being Drowned, looks at the bite mark and goes, alright, it's a good thing you submerged him in this liquid. It was enough to revitalize his cells. She then drags him out and goes, this is gonna hurt. And he goes, that's alright. We need to stick. And then she burns a burning metal piece straight at the area, cauterizing it. And then he just stops talking.
And you thought you were angry at me.
Ali
I
then...
thought he was just gonna go, ow, ow, just constantly.
No. She then gives him a shot of antibiotics and goes, alright, that should hold off whatever this was. With any luck, it shouldn't spread. But I do suggest you come back tomorrow to my office and investigate to see if anything has transpired afterwards. Okay, just stop burning me. And you see Ali forgot to take off the metal piece off of his shoulder. Right, sorry. Anyways, Maris, if you can elaborate on what this is, I'm afraid I can't. Then make sure he comes back to my office tomorrow, if you excuse me. Oh, is anyone else hurt?
Sigvald puts up his hand and points towards the guy that is tied up on the also Byroth. When Gent said, "Don't worry," you heard a giggle in your head.
Maris then goes, he is hurt, but unfortunately, we'd rather have him be healed on his own. We do like to make sure nothing goes off. I don't know what you mean, but if you don't want him to be healed this way... She then tosses Maris a healing potion. If he doesn't make it on his own, at least administer that. And then she heads out, waving at the rest of the group.
See ya, Ali.
Okay, bye. So this unconscious, half dead, half alive person, he's stable because he hasn't been killed?
Yes,
Yep.
he is stable.
He is stable because he got whacked in the face with a quarterstaff.
Okay, so then this is police station. We put him in cell. Either someone says healing word, wakes him up, or he wakes up on own. But either way, we put him in cell, right?
Maris, what are we going to do? What are you going to do with him? This is your choice, not ours. We're just here to protect, not to make decisions.
Not really sure. Any thoughts on this?
Put in cell.
Yeah, probably somewhere in isolation.
Alright. I'd rather have someone watching him. Namor, do you mind? No, it shouldn't be an issue.
We are security. Whole job is to watch. Should be one of us.
Yes.
I'll go with her.
Marison goes, sure. But we can't have too many people leaving. We are running the test again in about an hour.
2 people shouldn't be a problem.
Yes. Always go in pairs. 2 people watch almost dead guy. I vote on, yes, the Matt and...
The blind person?
Oh,
Well, I was trying to say not a player character.
Caitlin, not really. You would feel something moving, but that's about it. Nothing so descriptive.
Okay.
So Neymar and Catelyn are dragging this person to a prison cell.
Oh, I'm not dragging shit.
Or we could all go interrogate right now. I mean, what are you going to experiment on? Nobody.
Yes, we do have another body entering into the fray in about a bit. But that'd be in an hour from now.
And how long does the procedure work for? Don't say 5 minutes.
No. The procedure lasts up to 12 hours. So you have time to eat, rest, get some sleep. But by morning, you will have to be ready to fight again.
Sure.
Well, it seems foolish to start new procedure without fully exploring results of last procedure.
Yeah, sure.
Well, you are
Sigvald
correct in
was
this.
walking out of the room.
We do need more test subjects to gather more data. So,
Is he dead or not going any further?
you say that. And that's all that he says.
Maybe you should stop reviving people until we know what you're actually doing to them.
I'm afraid we
That's
have a
my idea.
deadline to keep.
Deadline?
How
Yes.
funny. And Sigvald actually walks out of the room.
Deadline to what?
We need to show what possibility we have. We are in a number crunch, and our funds are running low. We need to show
Who's
our...
funding?
Oh, I'm afraid unless you have access to Section 5 information, I'm afraid I can't tell you.
Byrath will kind of like rise up, all like
I'm inside
like-
all of this.
Yeah, so am I.
better posture kind of thing, and be like, "It is unwise to rush immortality. Even I know this."
That is true, but we do need to keep a deadline. 20... From what you can tell... 12. Both of you can tell this, it's not really an issue. From what you can... But Nesmond gets more. From what both of you can tell, he is frantically on a deadline. So he is cutting corners. That being said, Nesmond, he normally would likely have told you, as you are underneath the R&D department together, why he specifically meant Section 5. It's possible something secret underneath his own section, or possibly something personal. Byroth, you can tell that he is keeping secrets.
Even less than Mexi.
You can tell he's keeping secrets, but that's about it.
But it doesn't seem to actually be about funding issues then.
No.
Okay.
Wait, were you inciting Maris or Mixie?
No, I was saying I got less than you.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Byroth, you can tell Mixie doesn't trust Maris.
It's okay. He will just.
Maris then states, "Again, can you grab the next body?" "Sure thing, man. My shoulder still hurts."
Wait, you're having guy who's possibly possessed by zombie go get new zombie? This is. Someone go with him.
Less than a minute later, he brings back another body.
I examine it for bite marks.
There-
Insight checking to see if I know who
Do
the
I
person is.
recognize it? Yeah.
You do, Mixie. You actually you do. This is the body that was in the pit.
Alright.
The pit?
This was all at the school, wasn't it?
No, this was in a side mission.
Okay.
So Mixie wouldn't recognize her.
So you mean the one in the well?
Alright.
The only person that had a good view on that person was me, and I'm not there. If it's the one in the well.
I mean, the rest of
Talking
the
about the
team
pit?
was, yeah, the spike pit. The rest of the team could have later on looked at it.
think this was before, but
no, this is
No, this was the first session I met you guys.
Remember
where
how we
I
went into
jumped
that
in at the bridge?
yeah, the bridge.
Remember how we went into a tomb kind of thing? It was like like all the traps have already been pre-sprung when we went in.
Oh yeah, right at the end. Okay.
Yes. This person was the person in that pitfall that Sigvold stepped on and loot.
that 50-foot deep pitfall, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
It's pretty darn dark there.
I guess
It's a giant hole
you're
through
in
the
the service of recovering bodies? Or I don't know, I probably don't recognize it. So I'm like, hey, a body.
I mean, you
Yeah,
can or
also-
can't. It's up to
I'm
you.
going to ask him. So all these people were volunteers, were they, or what
Maris
happened to them?
goes, yes. They had volunteered before their deaths. If they were to expire before their intended time, or after, their bodies would be used in this experiment. It is unfortunate that they had to die before their actual end. But at least this provides us with furthering our goal.
God damn it, Mixie, you have a +5. Why are you getting such shit rolls?
You believe Maris
I'm
is
fighting again.
saying something off about this. However, Nesmond, you can tell that Maris is saddened that the person had to die. But to him, it was not unexpected for them to die.
But is he telling the truth about they volunteered or not?
For you, it's tough to say. For Nesmond, you believe that was a lie.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I know it's a lie because the document said to burn and dispose of the body so no one could figure it out. And these guys are here trying to revive them.
Actually, as soon as this body goes into the tank, Byroth kind of gets concerned. He's like, wait, so we are 100% sure that this undead, half-alive person we just sent down the path with 2 random people who we don't really trust is 100% going to get into the cell before we make another one. Because I have heard stories, and this is like the beginning of stories where people make bad decisions.
Vera then looks towards you. What? You believe someone's gonna come into this tank, come back out as some sort of a werewolf? That's ridiculous.
I believe it was very important that we got medical attention to Gan over here after one bite.
Gan goes,
Through armor.
yes, it was quite painful. But we managed to do this together, as a team.
You are not very bright, are you, Gan?
I have an intelligence score of 12.
That is technically smarter than me. Okay. Actually, is that exactly as smart as me?
Maybe.
No,
How-
he's smart. Gan is smarter than me. Damn it!
How long do we have before the next experiment?
It's currently in progress.
Oh, fuck.
So
But-
12 hours.
Yes. But the awakening point is 12 hours from now. However, 4 hours into that, the half of the team that decided to leave regroups back after acquiring the information. Namar,
Oh,
Caitlin, and Sig all get this information.
oh, I wanted her to make a con save over me, Dogma.
Oh.
Again.
While it was just me and her, God, I wanted to do that real quick.
Okay, that's interesting.
Lesson. It's important.
Caitlin, at the same time, go ahead and roll an intelligence saving throw.
Shit. Damn you, Crown, you've crippled me for the last time.
You look towards Namar and begin to do something, and then you feel like 4 hours have passed and you're back in this room?
Huh?
I was there, right? Did
Yeah.
anything happen? 4
Um,
hours?
during those 4 hours, you, Namar, were waiting in the jail cell, waiting for the person to wake up. Before you got there, though, Caitlin seemed in a daze, as if she was sleepwalking. But after that, she seemed to respond normally without an issue, without a care. But at this point, after getting all the information from the person that finally managed to wake up 2 hours in, seemed to be fully awake now.
I'm gonna do one thing though before we leave. He probably still has an open wound, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna take a sip of his blood.
You're gonna take a sip?
Yep.
You know, regular stuff.
I'm gonna poke it and I'm gonna take it. You know what they do with like a pinky? They poke it into somewhere and then they put it on the tip of their tongue.
Yeah, usually they don't put that in coagulated blood, but do you, buddy?
Hey.
Yeah. Does the rest of the team notice this odd behavior?
Nah, different room.
Different room.
Okay.
As Namar and
I'm
Caitlin exit before Sig, he in turn takes a pinky, dips it in some blood, and drinks a bit of it. It's odd. For some reason, it has a high intake of iron.
I think I know what you are. Welcome to the family. And he will stand up, leave the cell.
Alright. 2 hours later after that point, you all return, and Namar goes, alright, based off of the information he gave us, this is what has followed. After awakening, he felt a strange primal sensation, an urge to kill, an urge to survive. His instincts kicked into overdrive, and he felt the need to feast. If we didn't have our numbers, it's possible they would have likely ran to find easier prey. Beyond this, though, he remembers some of what happened in his past life. But currently the memories are still forming. We will need to investigate further. I would give a long rest. Maris then states, good. Then we do have that time. He then goes back to his book, writing down the notes that Namar gave him.
Hey,
So-
Namar.
Yes.
Me, you, and my servant here will have to have a long talk in private later.
Agreed.
I recommend this talk. It is very important on something that does pertain to you.
Sure. I don't see an issue with it. If you'd like to bring your friends, too, I see no harm.
No.
By the way, just out of curiosity, what race does Caitlin seem to be? Since she took
Elvish.
the- Elvish. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Since I took off the armor?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see me with the armor on. She's elvish.
Yeah, okay.
After a few hours pass, you all decide to get some rest. Half take shifts, and the other half get some rest. One thing is certain, you do have a few more days of this, so you might get ready for some interesting rolls as we end the session for tonight.